People often dislike receiving feedback for several reasons. Number one, fear of criticism. Many people equate feedback with criticism. The possibility of hearing negative comments about their work or their behavior, it can be anxiety inducing. It might feel like a personal attack rather than constructive advice. Number two, impact on self-esteem. Receiving feedback, especially if it's not entirely positive, can impact your self-esteem. It can make people feel vulnerable, inadequate, and particularly if they tie their self-worth closely with their performance. Number three is resistance to change. Feedback often implies that change is needed, and many people are resistant to change, especially if they are comfortable with the current way of doing things, or if they feel the change challenges their competence. And number four, past experience. If someone has had negative experiences with feedback in the past, where it was delivered harshly or used as a tool for blame rather than improvement, they may develop a general aversion to receiving feedback. Number five, misinterpretation of intent. Sometimes the intention behind the feedback may be misinterpreted. Feedback meant to be constructive may be perceived as hostile or patronizing, and this can lead to defensiveness. And number six, lack of trust in the giver. And this one is hugely important. The relationship with the person giving feedback plays a crucial role. If there's a lack of trust or respect, this feedback might not be taken seriously, or it could be perceived as biased or unfair. Number seven is the cultural factors. In some cultures, direct feedback, especially negative feedback, is not the norm. It can be seen as disrespectful or confrontational. People with such backgrounds might find direct feedback challenging to accept. And number eight, concerns about implications. Feedback, particularly in a working setting, can be seen as having implications for one's career advancement, for job security, or reputation. And this can add a layer of stress to receiving that criticism or feedback. Improving the experience or receiving feedback involves developing a growth mindset. Creating a place where feedback is seen as an opportunity for learning and development, and building a culture of trust. And a mindset where feedback is given and received in the spirit of mutual improvement.